Did you understand you're charged with online solicitation of a minor for sexual conduct?
Yes.
That's a second degree. What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking.
And how old are you?
34. I was going through rough times.
I'm just telling you, you cannot build your happiness off somebody else's misery. And if that were a child, and if you were to...
What you just witnessed, that's the moment reality set in for 34-year-old Jorge Guevara. But how did a man with no criminal record end up facing decades in prison? This is the state versus Jorge Alberto Guevara. It looks like a man struggling through rough times, but the legal reality is a second-degree felony. Charged with online solicitation of a minor, Guevara claims he just wasn't thinking when he went online. Yet his defense insists he's fully accepting responsibility for his actions. Was this truly a momentary lapse of judgment, or a much more calculated move? Today he faces up to 20 years in state prison and a permanent place on a sex offender registry. If you want to see how the legal system uncovers the truth behind these types of excuses, hit subscribe for more expert courtroom analysis. Let's see how this unfolded from the start.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 012217, State versus Jorge Alberto Guevara. Can I have parties announce?
Jeffrey Art for the state.
Orlando Castañón for defense.
And are you Mr. Guevara?
Okay.
Yes, is that you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. I'm sure I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'm sorry. Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Guevara, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Guevara, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with online solicitation of a minor for sexual conduct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a second-degree felony.
Yes.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Guevara, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
100%.
All right, if you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to a jury trial. Did you review the plea bargaining page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years. I know that it was a cap of 5, but there's a line drawn through that. So you all are proceeding with a sentence of 3 years.
Yes, Judge.
Right, there's $1,000 fine, no applications, and Chapter 62 compliance. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motion?
No, Judge.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Not for state exhibit 1 and attachments.
No objection, Judge.
All right. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations of testimony and stipulation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. And state, you may be excused unless there's another matter.
I can just stay here, Judge. It's my only case.
Okay. People
So no
love being in the 187. I like it. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right, why should I follow this plea?
Judge, he has no prior criminal history. He's accepting responsibility. We've discussed some defenses to this case, but in light of I think all the facts, I believe that he thought this is in his best interest to pursue, and as such, we're asking you to follow this agreement.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking.
And how old are you?
34. I was going through rough times. It's not an excuse. I'm defending him.
No, and let me just tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
So obviously, if this were an actual child on the other end of the line, you were trying to take advantage of them, right? And I'm just telling you, you cannot build your happiness off somebody else's misery. And if that were a child, and if you were to actually have met that child,
No, yeah.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
all right, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison. There's $1,000 fine. Chapter 62 compliance. There's to be no residing in households with minors and no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal because this is a felony conviction. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Counsel, they always say, if somebody says, yes, 100%, that means they're telling the truth. If you ever watch Maury Povich, when they're saying you're not the
Wow.
father, whenever somebody says, I'm 1,000% sure, anytime they go over 100%, it's not true. So he really meant that when he said 100% satisfied.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank
Happy
you.
holidays, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. You too.
So the verdict came down. Jorge Guevara walked away with 3 years in state prison. But here's the question. Does a rough patch in life justify a lighter sentence for such a serious crime? Comment below. Team state or team defense? Was 3 years just right or far too lenient? If this case got you thinking, hit like. Share this with anyone who loves a deep dive into courtroom ethics.